So guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I have the Rotary Phone True Wireless Earbuds, and you can find these for about $1 million. I'm just kidding. $8 at Five Below. Not a bad product in terms of price tag, but of course, using it, checking out the sound and things is what really matters to everyone for day to day. But so far it has Bluetooth 5.2, charging case is 250 mAh, which isn't really big. The earbud capacity is 30 mAh, so if you have one of those portable chargers, you should be able to charge this completely without a problem. Playtime is 10 hours total, so you get a couple hours in the ear, you got to put it back inside the case. Charge time is 1.5 to 2 hours total from 0 to 100% in case the headset dies. It is USB-C. I do not see anything whatsoever that says, what is it called? IP rating or anything, so just make sure you keep this away from the water. Now with that being said, again, $8 price tag. They are an open ear design that you can see right here. So hopefully they don't suck. I'm just being honest here. You never know. Let's get into this review. So once you take everything outside of the box, this is what you're going to see. First things first, this is the USB-C cable. Very small cable, very short, but like I've always said in these videos, you don't have to use the original cable that comes with these particular products. Any USB-C would do just fine. You have your instructions right over here. We'll get to the buds in a second. And I'm just gonna show that to you guys for anyone that is interested on how this thing works. Let me see, is there anything on the back worth looking at? No, it is not. So here's the front right here. So it just shows you the LED case, the touch tone aspect, and the indicator on the earbuds themselves. Right here it says how to use. Oh, here we go. Rotary Phone TWS. That's what it is called. Tells you what comes inside the box, how to charge it, technical specifications. Just, nothing out of the ordinary. Most of the stuff is already on the back of the box. Now this is what you're here for, the actual earbuds. So as soon as you pop open the case, right? Is it open? Oh, it does, okay. You might have to pull this up a little bit because this was a little stuck when I first opened it, but this is how the case looks. So the USB-C is on the back of it. For anyone wondering, you're not gonna have any type of wireless charging or anything like that. That's for a higher price headset. Have your little rotary function right here. It doesn't do anything at all, it's just an aesthetic. But I do like the way that it looks, that's interesting that they decided to go with that more retro style, which I think is gonna catch some people's eye. Though I'm not a huge fan of the clear top, it is what it is, Five Below. What do you expect? Anywho, here are the earbuds right here. Just pull them outside of the case. And like I discussed earlier in the video, this is an open ear design. So that means that there's no rubber tip. There's nothing. This is how the earbud is going to look inside of the ear. Like this is the little speaker part right here. So this is the left side. This is going to be the right side. And I'll show you guys how to put it in the case because I got to learn that myself. This is weird. Let me, I'm looking crazy right now. Let me see if I can figure it out. Actually, you know what? Does the box show me? It does. Cool. Perfect. So it goes like this. Here we go. That is how it goes. By looking at the box, I was able to figure out. So you actually turn it sideways like so. Left side would be this way. Right side would be that way. And once it snaps in, there we go. It might be a little bit loose because this is a cheaper product. So you might have to wiggle this a little bit to make sure that it fits. But once you see the white light, it's charging on each side. And the indicator right here is the charging indicator. So if it's currently on 3 bars for me, I don't know if you can really see that because of the angle of the lighting above my head. But you'll know this case is fully charged when it's full 4 bars inside of here. So that's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty decent looking headset for the most part in terms of just the aesthetic. I'm not saying it's well crafted. It's an interesting product. But more importantly, how do you actually sync this? I'm going to show you guys upcoming next. You know what I mean? I'm tired. So the syncing process is going to be very, very simple. All you have to do is open up this case right here. We're going to take the earbuds out, both of them. They're going to kind of sync to one another right here. Okay. I'm assuming because it either stopped blinking, it is a possibility that the headset died, but I'm just going to go ahead and go through the process anyway. Worst case, I'll just charge them up. All right, so right here it says available to pair. Here we are, Rotary TWS, or Phone TWS. That's what they're called. So if you're watching this video, you know that's the name of the headset already. Okay, and they're synced that fast. Let me just double check and make sure that it is in fact connected. Bluetooth. Yep, it is currently connected right now. If you're going to sync this to an Apple phone or Android, you're still going to go to the Bluetooth settings and you're going to sync it. And it's still going to say Rotary Phone TWS. Android devices may ask you to actually press yes in order to sync. You'll have to do that. Apple devices will automatically, once you tap it, sync your device. You should be good to go. Very simple and easy instructions in order to use. So there's two things to cover in this part of the review. The first one, let's do the gaming part. Now, as you can see right here, the footage is of me using the Steam Deck. I decided to do a voice recording because I was super distracted playing the game. And so far it works very, very well. Now I tried Skyrim, and by Skyrim, I did have about 210 mods out of 250 on that game. I changed the music quality, the graphics, everything, and everything runs fine. The sound effects when blocking, hitting enemies, throwing shouts, everything works fine. The gameplay you see right here is called The Surge 2. It's basically, in a sense, like a Souls-like game, but with more modern technology. Anyway, the point is that this game sounds wonderful with the graphics. There's music playing in the background when I'm blocking enemies or shooting a gun or swinging a weapon or charging up. I didn't have any type of lag latency whatsoever in that regard. So the person out there that wants to connect it to a Steam Deck or a Nintendo Switch, you should be perfectly fine. I even tried Call of Duty Mobile with it, and again, it kept up with all of the sounds. Now, this is the part that people are going to probably be disappointed in. When it came to regular music, and you know, for anyone that watches my channel, I have a huge range of music that I listen to. One of them, what was the song called? I should know this. I played two songs from Trippie Redd. It was Topanga and The Grinch. I played a couple songs from Tekashi 6ix9ine, which was Goomba and Zaza or something. I think it's called Zaza or something like that. And then I ended up switching over to Deuce Deuce, Crunk Ain't Dead, or Crunk Isn't Dead, whatever it's called. You should know all the names of these songs. If you're into music, you can look them up and you can hear how heavy bass or heavy the music is. Just trying to get a different range of how well this does with voices and bass and things like that. And the bass was average. It wasn't bad. It was nothing really to write home about, but it wasn't bad. And keep in mind, this is a open ear design, which means that you don't have those rubber tips. Now, normally when you have the rubber tips in the ears, then you get deeper, more rich bass that envelop and make your bones vibrate, because that's what some people want. They want to be able to just be captured by the music. You're not going to get that with this particular headset. You can walk outside with this, use it, and still be able to hear other people having conversations and whatnot right next to you, cars going past. If anything, if you don't have this at max volume, your headset will actually be blocked out. Now, the problem with max volume, in my humble opinion, is that it just, the way the sounds vibrate in your ears is going to cause an earache over time. So I normally keep them about 50% to 60, maybe 70 at the highest is the normal way to go. But because they're open ear, if you decide to take these outside, you're probably going to be playing them at a higher octave, which could cause issues when it comes to your music. Like for instance, what's another song that I played? It's by, what's the guy's name? I know this. Hold on with me, guys. Hold on with me. I want to get this correctly. I want to get this out. Childish Gambino. He did a couple songs, Feels Like Summer and Summertime or something like that. And those songs sound very good when the bass kicks in. You hear the instruments playing in the background. His vocals sound good. I love those songs, right? And they didn't quite sound as rich and well as they would. Obviously, it's an $8 headset, but even for open ear at Five Below, I just felt like, I don't know how to describe it. It just felt like something was missing. Like all the instruments didn't mesh as well as I wanted it to. But oddly enough, when it came to games, maybe because games have a set pace of music and you can actually adjust the volume of attacks and swings, which I didn't do. It just felt like it felt more natural for game mode than it did for regular listening to music. And it also sounded better for podcasting than it did for actual music. So that's all I got to really say about that. It wasn't bad. It was not a bad experience. The battery life is something that did fluctuate a little bit, which I didn't like. It is an $8 product. Maybe when you put it inside the case, just make sure those lights come on. I said that earlier in the video. I'll say it again just to be safe, because you'll think it's charging and it actually isn't. And that might be the reason why the battery life is fluctuating. But anywho, not a bad headset so far in terms of quality of sound. I'm more interested in microphone quality, which we're going to go over next. So this is the quality of the actual microphones when it comes to phone calls, recordings, and anything of that nature. Now I say this in multiple videos, depending on which network you have, whether it's Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro, Cricket, I can keep going, prepaid networks, that will determine how well the other person hears you. And by that I mean if you have a decent signal strength, but also more importantly, it also matters whether the headset is actually good or not. Now, if you're trying to speak outside, I'm going to be honest with you, this headset is going to pick up a lot of wind in the background. It's going to pick up a lot of noise. It is going to pick up other people's conversations because there are no features that have like active noise cancellation or noise suppression of some sort. It just doesn't exist. It's an $8 product. So I just want to make sure that you guys temper your expectations on that. So to answer the question whether this headset is actually worth the asking price, I have a conflicting answer about this. Now, if we're talking about the quality of sound, let's get the good stuff out of the way right now. The sound quality isn't bad. Even though I spoke about the music profile, I didn't exactly praise it. I just want to be honest in these reviews. It still was like an average headset. $8 for the price tag is not bad at all. Obviously, you can find something that's definitely better than this, but for $8, you're probably not going to do that unless it's another Five Below product. Now, gaming mode, there is no gaming mode with this headset, but the reason why I keep saying that is because the lag latency was 0. I didn't have any issues whatsoever when I played games like Dead Space, The Surge 2, like you saw, Resident Evil 4 Remake. I played a bunch of different games, not in the review right here, but I played off camera some of the other games. It sounded perfectly fine. I didn't have any issues whatsoever, which normally cheaper earbuds tend to not be able to produce that quality or level of sound where when you shoot a gun, it immediately picks up the gun. No matter how many times you shoot, you get attacked, that game could glitch. It picks up literally everything. And I was happy about that. Also with Call of Duty, it picked up the footsteps. The music aspect was just a tad bit lackluster because I wanted a little bit more bass and whatnot oomph in the headset, but that's just me being super, super picky and just reviewing so many products. Now, here's the bad part. Battery life total was 10 hours. You're getting about probably 3 hours or so out of the headset completely. There were times where I had to kind of adjust this right here and see how the light is going off right here. It's not connected to the contact properly. So there were times where I had to like lift it up and put it back inside the case. So if I threw it inside my book bag, it was a possibility that this moved a little bit in the inside and then the one side wasn't charging. But 9 times out of 10, I probably have a defective pair. Outside of that, I don't think it's a bad headset. It's not bad for the price tag. I'm not a huge fan of the design, but I'm sure some people will definitely like that. And I kind of wish I reviewed it earlier because they turned out to be a lot better than what I expected them to be. But again, no IP rating or anything like that. Don't expect any type of crazy features for this particular headset. It's just plug and play, as they say, sync it, you're good to go. And that's pretty much it. Now, for the people out there that may have a problem with this, hold on to your receipt. Don't throw it away. They will exchange it for free inside the store. Otherwise, toss them out $8, go buy another one or another product. I personally say, the Soundcore Anchor products are always the best way to go when it comes to just quality of sound in general. And I do a lot of reviews on their products. But if you can't afford 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $80, whatever that in between that price range, and $10 is good enough for you, something like this would be perfectly fine, or something else in Five Below that I have reviewed. So that is it. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you, the public, decide. Like and subscribe like always, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.